Let's vibe, let's roll, let's get it. Whoa, shawty showing out, throwing on the dance floor. Fashion killer, huh? You don't give a fuck what a nigga gotta say or a bitch.
Hey you guys, it's Naimahrae. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, make sure you hit the subscribe button to join the fam because we stay lit over here. You feels me? And if you're a returning viewer, hi, how are you guys doing on this, well, it's not lovely right now. I don't know why it's always raining and gloomy when I film, but that's not the point. Anyways, as you guys can tell by the title of this video, your girl is going to be showing you guys how to start a YouTube channel. A lot of people come to me asking me how to start a YouTube channel, like just about editing, intros, thumbnails, lighting, camera, anything pretty much that you could think of. And I am still kind of in a learning process, but I have learned enough to share a little bit of knowledge. Share a little bit of knowledge with y'all. Is me, okay? Pretty much in this video, I'm gonna try to cover as much of the basics as I can. I might have to do a part 2 to this video because I don't want this one to be super duper long, but I do want to just cover like the main aspects of it and like the simple parts, the easiest parts, and all that other fun stuff. I know this is a little different from my regular content, but I really did want to post this video just so I can help y'all out, you know, because we gotta help each other, okay? I said this before, we help each other on this channel, okay? We grow together, okay? Together, okay? You get me? You get me? I'm not gonna ramble anymore. Let's just go ahead and get into the video. Okay, so number one, well, this isn't really number one, but this is just for people who didn't know. In case you didn't know, if you have a Gmail account, okay, a Gmail account, you have a YouTube account. Now, me personally, I recommend that if you plan on starting a YouTube channel, don't use your personal Gmail. Just make a new one that is strictly connected to that YouTube account, because you don't want to mix your, whether it's your hobby or your business or whatever the case it may be, you don't want to mix those emails with your personal email. So just make a new Gmail account and then boom, you got a YouTube account. Okay, that's out the way. Now what do? Well, that's what I'm here to tell you. Oh, God. Number one is the camera, okay? This is probably the most important aspect. So pretty much what you can do is you can film on your phone, or you can buy an affordable camera with good quality. Now, let me start off by saying, the older videos on my channel, I was using a camera to film. Don't remember the name of it. If I can find it, I will insert a picture of it. But at the time, in my eyes, I don't know what was going on, it had decent quality. But watching the videos back, the quality is not that good, okay? But the camera was like super affordable, so I can't really get upset. I think it was like $70 something. It wasn't that upset. I know it was by Sony. I was trying to find it so I could show you guys, but I really don't know where I put it. So yeah, I was using that to film, and everybody was just asking me, Naimah, why don't you film on your phone? Why don't you film on your phone? At the time, I didn't have any storage on my phone, and then I ended up getting a new phone, so I switched to filming on my phone because I found that the quality was significantly better. I currently film on my iPhone 11. That's what I film on now. I recommend that if you can, try to clear off some of your phone storage and film on your phone, especially if you have an iPhone or just a phone with a good camera. I can't really dog on nobody, you know, who don't have no iPhone, because I don't know what the camera look like, because I've been team iPhone for a minute now. But I'm just saying, if your phone on your camera is good, use your phone to film. It's like super easy. But if you do not want to go that route, or you just can't because like I said, you don't have any storage, it should not be that hard to find an affordable camera with good quality. But at the same time, it might be like affordable camera with good quality might be like 100 or more. So you just have to do your research when it comes to that. I can't really give you guys much advice about cameras because I don't own a camera. I am going to start looking for one fairly soon though, because my phone is getting tired of me filming these videos. The storage is kind of running out of space. I'm going to be looking for a camera soon, so I'm going to be doing a lot of research about that. Whatever I find, I'll probably update you guys in a different video. But if you go on YouTube, a lot of YouTubers have explained good cameras that are good to use for beginners and blah blah blah. You're definitely gonna have to save up for a camera, but if you want to start immediately, you want to get the thing out the way, you want to get the ball rolling, like I said, I just advise you to clear some space on your phone, and then we'll go film the video. Once you're done filming the video, export it out to your laptop or wherever you need to export it out to, and delete it off your phone, and bada boom, bada bang, you'll have storage. So that's definitely what I recommend for the whole camera situation. Moving on to number 2. Okay, number 2, lighting. Okay, so lighting is definitely a little tricky. Once again, when I started out on YouTube, I did not have a ring light at all, so I was using natural light. There's nothing wrong with using natural light. It's just you have to film at certain times of the day. You have to make sure you have enough light coming into your room or the place that you're filming at, because if not, the lighting is going to look off. And sometimes lighting plays such a huge part in making it look like it's quality or not, you know? Like if I were to turn my ring light off right now, which I'm not going to do because it's going to mess up my whole lighting settings, it would look completely different because the apartment that I'm in now is very dark compared to my other apartment. And then on top of that, it's cloudy outside. Natural light is a good one to use, but it's just, it comes with its pros and cons. Now, if you're going to use natural light, I'm going to insert a video of me doing it, but on the iPhone, if you choose to film on your iPhone, and I'm sure you could do this in camera settings with any camera, you can turn the exposure, I believe it's exposure, up and down, and I will put a screen recording of me doing it in there just so you could see it like get brighter, and you could darken it up, and you could just adjust it to how you want to. So I would recommend that if you're going to use natural lighting. Now, if you want to go the ring light route, there are plenty of affordable ring lights. Like they have the super mini ring lights for like the just camera on your phone. They have the mini ring lights like what I used to use this one to film until it broke. Well, it's not broken, but this part of it won't stick onto the tripod. So I used to use this to film. My boyfriend got it for me. I don't know how much it was because it was a gift, but my friend got one that's like around this size, and I believe she paid like $25-$30 for it. So it wasn't like super expensive, but honestly, it'll get the job done. It'll do just as well. I will show you guys. I will also insert a picture of the ring light that I use to film. I got a newer ring light off of Amazon for like $70-ish, but that's because I chose to invest into my lighting. Lighting's really important, like I said, because it could determine the quality of your videos. So if you plan to be in this for the long run, okay, if you plan to be in this for the long run, I definitely recommend you go ahead and invest into a big ring light like I did, and just go ahead and do that. Because not only can you use it for videos, but you can use it for pictures and other stuff. But if you just like, this is just your hobby, like, you know, it's not that deep, you don't mind filming at certain times, you just want to film whenever, natural light is the way to go. Little exposure settings are great. Just adjust it on your camera and boom, you're all set. Number 3, making your videos aesthetically pleasing. Okay, now look, y'all. Look, okay. You can make your videos aesthetically pleasing in many ways. A lot of them have a lot to do with editing. But we not at that part yet. But editing can play a huge role in making your videos look great or not. 2, you could get a cute little backdrop, or you could just film in a nice area. Now look, I know y'all like, girl, you want a great wall. Like, what you talking about? Aesthetic music. Look, okay, y'all, I used to film with a backdrop, which if you've been following me on my channel for a minute, you know that. Ever since I moved, I can't hang my backdrop because it's not gonna look right, because this part's gonna be all sagging, and it's just, y'all, look, I tried it. It looked absolutely terrible, so I was like, no. I'm still trying to figure out the whole backdrop situation. I've been figuring it out for some months now. I really don't know what I want to do for a backdrop. Comment some ideas for me if you have some ideas. My advice to you when it comes to making your videos aesthetically pleasing is just like, 1, editing, like I said, we'll get to that. 2, just make sure when you film, like, your background is not a hot mess, okay? Like, if you film it in your room, make sure your room look nice, because we don't want to see your dirty underwear on the floor, your laundry over there, like we don't want to see leftover food laying on the side. No, make sure your room looks neat and everything if you're filming in your room. But if you just can't find a simple place, like, anywhere to film, a plain wall is always the great way to go, okay? It's always a good choice, okay? It might be a little boring, but you know, you could spice it up a little bit. Just add a little razzle-dazzle personality with some little editing, and boom, there you go. You feel me? I said all that to say, backdrops are definitely optional, but you just want to make sure your video is like nice to look at, and it's like, you know, just, I don't know how to describe it, y'all. Just nice, you know? Like, you don't want to upload a dusty video. That's the point that I'm trying to make, okay? You don't want it to be bad quality. You don't want your underwear on the floor in the background. You just want it to look nice and, like, not crazy. Does that make sense? I feel like whatever I just explained was just a complete waste of time. I still hope this helps. Anyways, moving on to number 4. Editing. Okay, so a lot goes into editing. I could literally make a whole video about editing, but I'm not gonna do that. So pretty much when it comes to editing, I use iMovie. I know they have editing that you could use on your phone. I know they have iMovie for iPhones. I've never used it on the phone, but I heard it's not hard to use. And plus, anytime you get confused, definitely go to YouTube and they always have answers, okay? They like Google, but they got answers with a video explaining how you do stuff. You feel me? Pretty much just use whatever is more convenient for you to use. I use iMovie because I have a Mac, so it came with iMovie, so I just use iMovie. I've been using iMovie since I was little. I know how to work it. I know how the ins and outs of it. Do I know how to make super duper fancy edits? Absolutely not. All you pretty much need to know is how to cut stuff, how to insert stuff when you need to, how to put a nice transition, maybe how to do some nice little crop angles, like, and that's pretty much it. Like, that's literally all I do when it comes to editing. Like I said, if you want to get something more advanced, you can. People use Windows Movie Maker, people use Adobe Premiere, people use Final Cut Pro. It's all in your preference. I do want to eventually experiment with Final Cut Pro, but I haven't gotten the chance to invest into it. It also depends on what you're trying to do and how long you plan to do it and how much you want to invest into it. Because if that's the case, then you're going to have to invest in your lighting, you're going to have to invest in your backdrop, and you're going to have to invest into a nice editing software. So like I said, it really just depends on your preference. YouTube's definitely your best friend. If you get confused about something, always look it up and you can figure it out on YouTube. It's not super hard. So that's all I'm gonna say about that. Like I said, just depends on your preference. Whichever software you have easy access to and whichever one you feel you could learn easily, do it. Okay, you feel me? I hope that was helpful. I hope these tips is helping y'all. I really do. I hope that, okay. Next. Number 5, not editing, music. Okay, so this one is very tricky because everybody knows that on YouTube you could get copyrighted for anything, low key, like anything that's like just has copyrights. Well, everything technically has copyrights, but y'all get the point. Okay, so when it comes to non-copyright music, there are plenty of options you can use. So I'm going to start with the easiest one. Number 1, YouTube has a YouTube library. If you go into YouTube Studio, which if you guys if you don't know what I'm talking about, look, okay, I'll break that down just in another video. You feel me? Anyways, if you go into YouTube Studio, there's a YouTube library. It has a bunch of free instrumentals that you can use, and you can go through there, choose which ones you like, write down a name or whatever the case may be, and download it from there. Another option you can do is type in non-copyright music in the YouTube search bar. If you type in aesthetically pleasing, you'll come up with like kind of the lo-fi type beats. And if you type in just non-copyright music, you'll get a bunch of results. Now, you have to be very careful because some of them you have to pay to join the thing so you could use the music, okay? So when you look up these non-copyright songs, make sure you're reading the description to make sure, like, oh, what do I need to put something in my description when I use this song? Do I have to pay to use this song? Do I need a specific license to use this song? Make sure. All the music that I use in my videos, I'm gonna start with my intro. My cousin actually made. He made a song. It was called Lil Shardy. It was released like a while ago, and then I guess he unreleased it. Shoot, I don't know. But I remember he released a song, and I was like, oh my gosh, this song would be perfect for my YouTube intro. So I asked him for it. He sent it to me, and that's what I use for my intro. So if you know somebody that makes music, that's a great thing because they could literally just make you an intro, and you can't get copyrighted for it because it's an unreleased song. Like, it's your song technically. You get what I'm saying? So that's a great way to go. Then all my background music that I use, I've either gotten from YouTube Library or I've gotten from looking up non-copyright music on YouTube, aesthetically pleasing. I will link the videos down below that I get the music, the background music from. That's pretty much all for like music. If you guys want me to do a playlist of like all the YouTube songs that I have, let me know, and you know, maybe I'll try to do that. That sounds like a lot of editing, but I try to do it for y'all. I try to do it because, you know, I love y'all. I do. Anyways, so number 6, thumbnails. So when it comes to thumbnails, this is another one where you can use a lot of different things for it. There are a lot of apps, you guys, where you could edit stuff, okay? Like a lot of apps. A lot of people probably even use more than one app to make their thumbnail. So what I like to do is, at first, when I first started, I was using Photoshop for iPhone, which if I could find what it looks like, I'll insert it. I was using that, but a lot of the stuff on there was locked. Can't really do much in it, and it just wasn't really working well for me. But it was simple at the time because I was in school, and all I just needed was something that I could write huge words onto my pictures and blah, 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 blah. I recently switched probably like some months ago to Canva, which I'm sure you guys noticed because it was like, it wasn't a huge switch, but you could tell how my thumbnails have definitely changed. I would say Canva is way better because they have templates that you could go off of. I feel like you could do more in Canva, especially if you pay for it. And I'm just on the free version. So if you pay for Canva, look, you could do a lot. Okay, you could do a lot. But I don't pay for it. I just stick with the free stuff. I do pretty basic thumbnails, in my personal opinion. I feel like, you know, I could step my thumbnail game up a little bit, you know, y'all. But I'm just telling y'all what I use. I also use the regular photo app, like on my iPhone, to edit in emojis because you can't put emojis in on Photoshop or on Canva. So just so y'all know in advance, y'all sitting there like, dang, why can't I get this emoji on here? It's because you cannot put emojis on there. Like, I don't know why, but you just can't. But I definitely recommend Canva. Photoshop, if y'all know how to use Photoshop, like use it, and you have like the full version on your laptop, go for it, because I don't know how to use Photoshop. That's why I use Canva. Canva's definitely a great like alternative in case you don't know how to use Photoshop, in my opinion. Like I said, I'm sure there's plenty of other apps you can use to make thumbnails. I don't know them because those are just the apps I use. You know, I'm just telling y'all what I use. I'll tell y'all what works for me. But you gotta do your research, figure out what works for you. You feel me? So pretty much that's everything that I had to say for this video. I was gonna cover intros in this video, but I didn't want to make the video too long because right now it's looking like it's a little long and I don't want it to be that long. Okay. So if you guys want a part 2, please leave a comment down below and I will work on that for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful in some way, shape, or form, because I realized that I feel like I could explain some of the stuff better, but at the same time, like, I can only explain what I know, and I only know so much, you know? And I also can only explain so much stuff in depth without the video being, like, ridiculously long. So, if you guys have questions as well, feel free to leave them in the comments, and I will answer them. But anyways, make sure you guys leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe. Follow me on all my social media, which is at naimahrae, always down in the description box down below. Okay, down in the description. Ooh. Down in the description box. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.
I want a chick that grind on a 9 to 5. Oh, she in them college books trying to get a rise. But tonight, I'm just trying to have a good time.